So we are sitting on the set Shark Tank, and I feel really amazing right now. I feel like I'm a shark. I'm experiencing what it feels like to be a shark.
Nice try.
I'm in Damon's chair. Sorry about that, Damon. Mark Cuban right here. So you're back.
Yeah, welcome to the set of Shark Tank. Yeah,
Season
7 starts September 29th, I think. And so we're excited. We're been cranking them out. We get here at 8 o'clock in the morning, start shooting at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we'll go till 7 or 8 tonight. So they're long days, but it's fun. You know, the show's been doing great. So
I mean, isn't it insane though? It's been going on for what, 6 years now?
We're shooting season 7 now as we speak. This is my 6th season, or 5.5. I came on as a guest shark in season 2, and we've been going strong ever since. So it's fun. It's a great experience.
It's been getting so. I mean, every single season just gets like more and more.
It gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I ask everybody like, and there's not one person I know that doesn't watch the show. No matter what age you are, no matter what. So, I mean, you always say it's the American dream, it's what people...
And well, that's why I do the show. Look, I mean, I've closed 70 deals or whatever, it's ridiculous. And so it's a lot of work dealing with all the companies and helping them. But, you know, you got the carpet right there, and people can come from Iowa, Pittsburgh, Dallas, wherever, LA. And it could be somebody who started a company in their garage, in their, you know, in their second bed, in a bedroom, whatever. And it can go from nothing to, you know, tens of millions of dollars in sales. And, you know, people watching at home, they watch with their kids, and, you know, if you show them that someone from a small town in the middle of nowhere can do it, it gives them confidence that they can do it.
To people who are from Dallas, because they always like,
they're like,
oh man. And
that's okay, just give us another minute.
But people from Dallas, they obviously like, does that give them an edge, or does that actually?
No, you know what? If I grew up in Pittsburgh, so if you're from Pittsburgh or Dallas, it's like you've got a great shot with me. You know, so you definitely have a chance. And so I try to give companies from my hometowns an edge.
Yeah.
And it's just more work, but you know, I'm a homer. What can I say?
But has there been any pitch that you said I'm out to that you're like, damn, I should have been on that deal?
You know, once I'm out, I'm like disconnected. So I don't pay attention to how they've done since then, because I got enough, right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't need any more. But I mean, some of them have done really well, but I've got enough, and I've got my own, you know, I've got my children, my 70 children that I have to worry about, so that's enough.
And then you do your due diligence after, so like, I know there's been stories, right, where you like look at companies afterwards and you're like, this is so not what I want to be involved with.
Well, it's
right?
not even that, right? So you sit there and you make a deal, and you say, I'll give you $100,000 for 10%, and they said, okay, we have $100,000 in sales, and we're losing $10,000 a year. And then you get in there and they don't have $100,000 in sales, and they aren't losing $10,000 a year. They're losing $100,000 a year. Where I had a deal this season actually that I was doing due diligence on, and they had no accounting, right? So how do you know, they've been talking, we have this much in sales, this much in profit. I'm like, you have no accounting. You gave me a shoebox. I'm supposed to figure out what you're doing from a shoebox. And so you have situations like that, and in those cases, the deals don't close. But I'd say 75 to 80% of my deals close.
And is there anything in the tank where like an entrepreneur comes up, and what frustrates you the most? Because you get angry.
Well,
that's
when people
real.
try to scam us, like we just had one today that'll air, where the guy was a total scam artist. And he was...
Scam artists meaning what? Like they just want exposure?
No, well, not even that. We call them gold diggers because they're just coming on for the PR.
Right.
But scam as in, like, we had one a couple seasons, because I can't tell you about what just happened today. A couple seasons ago, we had these guys who had on these balance bracelets, right? They were balance watches where they were supposed to have some amazing metallic properties that improved your balance and improved your core strength and just all kinds of nonsense, right?
Was this the one that had like the muscle?
No.
That was a different one.
That was a different one where you like, you know, if you've seen the, anyway, so it was a total scam. And I just rushed the guy, right? So if you try to scam me, I'm going to tear you a new one. If your heart's in the right place, you're doing it for the right reasons, you know, this is your life, you're really into it, I'm gonna do all I can to find a reason to do a deal. I'm gonna do what I can to at least, even if I don't do it, to just prop you up, you know. So you'll hear me all the time say, you know, I'm not into it, but it's a great idea, you know, people should buy it, or, you know, you're gonna do great, don't feel down because you didn't get a deal. Because I want entrepreneurs to be entrepreneurs, right? I want them to be excited about their businesses, and so I try to be real supportive. But if you try to scam me, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds for you to figure that out, right?
Boom, yeah.
And then the other sharks, because you guys have great banter. I feel like that's also like part of the show.
right?
It's just like
because we all like to pick on Kevin.
American Idol, the judging panel.
Yeah, well, you got
know what I mean?
Kevin, who thinks he's Simon Cowell, right?
Oh yeah, Kevin
Right,
is Simon for
but,
sure.
but he's so easy just to beat up, right? He's
You beat it. That's where you always laugh at him the most. I
all the
notice.
time,
Always.
all the time, because he says the same stuff over and
You're
over.
dead to me.
Right? Yeah, all the same stuff, the same deals, the same everything. So what it's like is because like we'll be here all day, and we shoot 20 days I think in June, and another 10, 8 I think this pod in September. That's the
You
whole
don't
season.
want to kill each other at that point.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's like anybody else you work with. You're sitting there all day, like this close, all day long, and you're hearing them say the same stuff over and over and over. So it gets a teensy bit annoying, and that's
do you not say some of the same stuff?
yeah, of course I do, right?
Obviously,
I'm sure I do.
you have your lines.
I try not to, but yeah, except for and for that reason I'm out, right? Just
Right,
the last
for
line.
those
Yeah,
reasons I'm out.
yeah. But
You fight with Robert kind of a lot too, right?
yeah, Robert annoys the hell out of me,
Truth comes out.
right? Only in young Hollywood. Yeah.
And then, I mean, what is the one thing, like I would say, between a good pitch and a bad pitch? I mean, what are the basics? What are the basics of a good pitch, and then you know immediately that that's a bad pitch?
Okay, so there's the basics. You got to know your numbers, and you've got to have a vision for where you want it to go, and it's got to be something that moves the needle, that has an impact in one way or another. So it can move the needle for a social cause. It can move the needle from the profitability perspective. It can move the needle by disrupting a business. But it can't just be, okay, I sold $100 worth this week, and I'm gonna sell $110 next week. Where I sold $500,000 this year, I'll sell $520,000 next year.
Yeah.
That's just, there's no reason to be there. Or it can't be a Me Too business. We don't need another Uber for something. We don't need another Airbnb for something. I want it to be something original, because that's what gets you excited.
So what is exciting you the most? Like if you hear a pitch, like, I mean, obviously, is it something?
It's just something that
Media,
changes things. So,
Okay.
like I've got a company, Sway Motorsports, and so he's taken the idea of a three-wheeled motorcycle with a special patented sway balance and steering system, where you can go 50. He's got it going now in our test. He's got it going 55 miles an hour in an electric motorcycle scooter that just crushes it, right? And so if we're moving into a world where there's self-driven cars and people are trying to buy fewer cars for a lot of different reasons, there's still going to be situations where you want to be able to drive. You want to be able to go to the store, to whatever, to get to where you're going, and not have to Uber or Lyft it. And so this will give you a less expensive, zero carbon footprint option to get there. Yeah, so we're trying to find stuff like that. There's another one that's more of an industrial thing called Melny, which is like stuff I didn't even know, right? But I just thought these guys were smart. And so people who do like really hard jobs, so, they're putting in electricity and whatever things that have to conduit, and so they have to crimp things together. These guys came up with a whole new way that's a waterproof way to crimp. So all these people that do physical work, and after 15 years of doing this job, you're like a cripple, right? Your back hurts, your legs are. These guys can bend it a completely different way, so that all that risk, all that impact is out, and it's a lot more efficient. So those are things that disrupt industries. So they're more of a flyer. It's not something that's going to, all of a sudden be huge in 1 year, but over 5 years, we can be looking back and saying, wow, this is enormous. So that's cool.
And then just, let's talk about politics for a minute, because we have to.
Okay.
Let's
Am I running
do
for
that.
president? No, not this time.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. Oh man.
No, you'd be a good president.
I would
Actually,
be a great president. But yeah, no, I'm not running. I'm not into politics at all. But
you have fun with it though.
I have fun with it, right? Because you've got this downtime after the NBA season ends, and before the NFL and the NBA season starts. There's like no good sports. Politics during an election year, a presidential election cycle, is the best sports in town. So I just have fun with it, and get out there and like to talk about it.
Awesome. Okay, last question.
Okay.
Has there been a shark in real life that you've dealt with that's actually been like the worst shark that you've ever? Who's the craziest shark that you've negotiated
worst
business
person
with?
I've ever had to negotiate? That's an interesting question. The government.
If you can say.
The government. They're always messed up. I don't. There's been a lot of smart people I've dealt with, but no one ever that I just thought, oh my God, this guy is like.
No one like how you are.
No, there's plenty of people. No, there's plenty of people smarter and better than I am at it, but nobody that's just like overwhelming. Yeah, I'm past the point where I get intimidated. I usually walk in feeling like, okay, I got this.
Okay, well that's pretty standard for Mark Cuban to just. He's got
That's why
this.
this shark. I got it.
And on that note...
Oh, wait. Have you seen the new Little Dicky Save That Money video?
No.
Watch it.
Little Dicky Save
Do you know who Little
Oh,
Dicky
no, I
is?
do.
Right?
I have actually heard of him.
Yeah, Save That Money. Check it out.
All right, well then.
It's a money song, right?
And we're out on that note.